everyone, and welcome back. Today we are going to look at the leaderboard scores for Logbox Act 4, one of the most challenging acts in the game. And I will show you how I got to the top of the leaderboards here. For Chip Chop, I just built a vehicle with a bunch of lasers on it. Well, you can see this is what you'll see if you ever go look at the replay on the Xbox. Doesn't show you a whole lot, but I'll show you. I actually downloaded the vehicle that I used right there. So basically what I did was I got down to the first bunch of grunt bots as fast as I could. And I actually think I landed and paused the vehicle and crushed them all with the large engines. I kept dropping them on their head until they all blew up. You've got lasers in the vehicle, so you can use your lasers too. And then you have to fly over here, and then you can pause your vehicle. Alright, let's try this again. That didn't look very professional. One more try. Again. Go down and kill your grunt bots. You're going to have to do it a lot quicker than this. This is just an example. Alright. Then we fly to the second room. Immediately jump out and pause your vehicle. And then all you need is like 3 large engines to push Banjo around and get them close to the grunt bots, because there's 5 of them in this room. And then you just drop large engines on their heads until they explode. So to push Banjo around, like I said, you just grab your engines. And this is kind of high in the air. It's probably going to shock them and turn off the timer so the game starts again. No. But anyways, you do that, and that's how you get the record. Drop those 3 engines on top of the grunt bots and it'll eventually kill them too. Okay, the second one I think is You Little Squirt. And this one's no secret. You can actually prep this game so 90% of your work is done before you even start the game. And what I mean by that is you have to put out the 4 fires on the fans inside the Logbox. But you can actually squirt them 2 times and then restart the game. And that way, when the game restarts, you only have to squirt them 1 time. So this is how I did it the first time. I squirted them each 1 time. And then I landed. And then the 4th one, you can see I actually have a liquid squirter right there in front of my seat. I got the liquid squirter in the seat back to the 4th fan, and I was able to squirt the last one. So here's how you prep them. I already did 3 of them. Here's an example. Squirt it 2 times and then restart the game. And then when you come back in the game, it will still have 2 squirts on it. All you got to do is 1 more squirt. Like I said, I did it for all 4 of them. So basically, this is how you get the record squirt. And again, you're going to have to go a lot faster than this. And then squirt this one. And then squirt this one. And then land and immediately pause the game. Without landing on the disc, because that'll mess you up. And now you just push Banjo to the 4th fan. And use the liquid squirter when you get there to squirt the last one. And you can build a vehicle to push Banjo around. Here, I'll give you a good example. These wedges work great if they're in front. Okay, so we can get rid of all these poles. We don't need them, but we don't need the propellers. Okay, you want the wedges facing this way. They'll actually push Banjo along when they land on it. It always helps to have three pieces of the vehicle in the front. Okay, I'm going to use this as my anchor, and this is my vehicle that I'm going to push Banjo with. So just drop it, and you can see it moves a little bit at a time. It takes forever, but eventually you'll get over to the fourth fan, and you'll reassemble your vehicle pointing at the fan, and then all you got to do is jump in the seat, squirt one time, and you win. And you'll have a record in like 26 seconds. Okay. What's next? Make the weight. This one's fun. Okay, you want to get a nice heavy vehicle, which I've already got one on the leaderboard that you can use. I did this in 6 seconds. And as you can see, I am cheating again. Pushing Banjo around. My vehicle wasn't heavy enough, so I actually had to push myself all the way to the J, which is behind me. And now I'm taking it back and dropping it on the pad so it'll trip the weight and I can get the record. But before I did that, I actually started right here, and what I did was I flew down to pad number 4. And then I flew down to the ground, and I immediately paused the game. And you can see I did that in 9 seconds. That's way too slow. I think my record's, what, 6.6 seconds? So, to beat me, you'd have to get down here in 5 seconds. But then I disassembled my vehicle and pushed Banjo all the way to pad number 5. And I think I've shown you before, to beat Make the Weight, you can use the cameras to trip the first 3 pads before you even start the game. So I'm going to show you how to do that one more time. I'll use Humba's copter because that works for everything. Put a sticky ball on it. And I'm just going to show you pad number 1 because that's the easiest one. But you actually have to put 1 camera on pad 1, and then 2 cameras on pad 2 and 2 cameras on pad 3. And that way they will be tripped as soon as the game starts, so you won't even have to mess with them at all. All you have to worry about is pad number 4 and 5. And like I said, 4 is right below you. You just fly down and trip it, and then land on the ground, and you can push Banjo to pad 5. Use the weight of the vehicle and the other blocks that are just laying around to trip the last pad. These are a pain. I'm just going to hop out. Okay, hop out, grab the camera, put it on the pad. Just to show you what it looks like when you start the game again. I'm going to run back to bottles and we'll restart. Like I said, you have to do this for all 3 of the first 3 pads. 1 camera on the first one, that's enough weight to trip it. But you need 2 cameras on the second and third ones, which I will show you where they're at. Okay, you can see there's 1 tripped already because I put a camera on it. And the cameras spawn where you leave them. Cameras spawn where you leave them. So that's why number 1 is tripped. But you're going to put 2 more cameras right here on number 3. And then 2 more cameras right here on number 2 before you even start the game. And that is how you get a record. Or you can do it the right way and just try to be wicked fast, but that's pretty hard to do. Alright, I think the next one is Red Bear Racing? Let's see. No, Gunja Sponge. Alright, this one, Mega Mimi QX, invented a cool vehicle. And I just modified it a little bit. But basically, he's got all the credit for this one. So I put the vehicle on... that's the original record that's out there. But I put the vehicle on some... what are they called? Air cushions. And you see it's floating forward, so it's closer to the ball when the game starts. So basically, all you got to do is stick it and get up to the glubber as quick as you can while you're squirting it with the liquid squirter. And if you practice it enough times, you will definitely get a record in this one, because that vehicle is just super quick to get that ball up to the glubber tank where it starts soaking. Okay, Red Bear Racing. You cannot cheat on this one. You just have to be awesome. And Septify MK had the record for the longest time, and I finally beat it. I got extremely lucky and didn't crash. But then Mega Mimi QX came along and beat my record. And then we started going back and forth trying to get the best time. And I said, let me see if I can shave a little bit of time. So I built that tower at the beginning in this vehicle. And you can see the vehicle's got a bunch of wings on it, so it helps me turn faster. And it's also got all 8 of the engines and the super engine. Look at how hard this is. I mean, I just hit something there. But you have just got to gun it the whole way if you want to get a record on this one. And there is so much stuff that you can hit. So let's look at this vehicle and download it. Alright, I downloaded it. This is what it looks like. You see all those pieces of armor in the back? That pushes the tower forward. And then there's a sinker over there that pushes the tower off to the left. So basically I got the tower at the perfect height and distance, where when you launch, all you got to do is gun it, and it basically gets you through the first 2 gates. And after that, you are on your own. But that was enough to give me that extra 1/100th of a second that I needed to get to first place. So, like I said, it's extremely difficult, but if you want to give it a shot, that is how you can get a record on this one. Try this again. At least look a little bit respectable. I haven't played this in a long time, so... yeah, see, I'm hitting walls already. But you can't hit walls, you can't basically hit anything in this game if you want to get the record. You just got to have a perfect run all the way around. And you can get to like 8, 9, or 10 on the leaderboard, you know, no problem with the regular vehicle if you wanted to. But if you want to go for one of the top 3 slots, you got to use something like this. But anyways, that's it, folks. I will see you next time for Logbox number 5.